The state of Alaska is covered in approximately 34,000 square miles of glaciers, and many of these glaciers are receding. As a glacier melts, it contributes large volumes of water to the watersheds and estuaries downstream, water which is cold, turbid, and rich in sediments and nutrients. This can lead to long-term changes to these watersheds, which may experience warmer water temperatures, contribute less to groundwater, hold different forms of nutrients, and grow more vegetation. We need to learn more about these changes because they can have a big impact on marine life, including species like shellfish and salmon. But how can we know what a glacial watershed will be like 20, 40, or 100 years in the future? To do that, a group of scientists in Alaska are using a method called a space-for-time substitution. A space-for-time substitution compares data collected in different spaces and uses this comparison to form hypotheses for these places over time. The scientists are working in 10 research sites in 2 different areas of the Gulf of Alaska, 5 watersheds outside of the town of Juneau, and another 5 across the bay from the town of Homer. In each watershed, they're gathering data, measuring and monitoring stream flow, collecting water samples, counting and measuring fish, describing the marine life on rocky shorelines, studying the plankton at the base of the food web, and more. Each watershed they're studying has a different amount of glacial cover. 2 of them, the Gruink and Mendenhall watersheds, are about 60% covered by ice, while on the flip side, 2 of the watersheds, Jackaloff and Sheep Creek, used to contain glaciers but now have no glacial cover at all. This variety of glacial cover across watersheds is called the Glacial Gradient. By comparing data from watersheds across the gradient, the scientists can predict future changes as the glacial ice melts. For example, they can compare a watershed with no glacial cover like Sheep Creek to a watershed with lots of glacial ice such as Mendenhall, and understand how Mendenhall may change by the end of the century when most of the ice is projected to be gone. This way, the scientists can compare how these watersheds in 2 different areas are behaving now, instead of tracking changes over very long periods of time. They can use these results to project future conditions in other areas with glaciers around the world, to help those places better understand what the future holds.